Communication begins from the moment we see each other. Though we may not know each other, you've already formed an opinion of me. In this situation, it was based on my silence and lack of focus for an important event. You may have thought, oh no, she forgot what she was going to say, or how embarrassing. Or perhaps some people had already tuned out. This situation is common concern or fear of many neurodivergent people. Now, communication is challenging, and many of us are familiar with the term neurodiversity and neurodivergent. For those who this is a new term, here's an abbreviated definition from the Cleveland Clinic. The term neurodivergent describes people whose brain differences affect how their brain works. This means that they have different strengths and challenges from people whose brains don't have those differences. The possible differences include medical disorders, disabilities, and other conditions. Because of my autism, ADHD, and dyslexia, I'm within the neurodivergent population. Communication has always been one of my biggest challenges throughout my entire life. Like many other neurodivergent people, when I'm with people I don't know, I'm initially uncertain of what to say or to do. I'm naturally an introvert who has, just in the past few years, come to understand the power of my voice and the potential benefit to others if I do speak out about this. Now, for a moment, I'm inviting you to imagine being that speaker. The speaker who indeed isn't comfortable in the situation. The one who doesn't know what to say or how to be. That discomfort is often the reality for many people, and it's even more prevalent for neurodivergent people. The reason I'm inviting you to think about this is to consider how you can make someone who's clearly uncomfortable, well, comfortable. It's likely you've been in that situation, and you'll probably be there again. The key is mental preparation. If you've already considered this, then you may have some idea of how to alleviate their discomfort. Perhaps a kind word, an icebreaker, a simple smile. But you may be thinking, Mariah, how do you know they're uncomfortable? You're right. They may not be uncomfortable at all. The truth is, if you know one neurodivergent person, you know one neurodivergent person. So speaking from my own experience, not only were those situations awkward, I simply did not want to mess up. Being called out for saying the wrong thing was often worse than being awkward in a silence. And yet, that discomfort made me feel stupid. It was a never-ending circle of feeling out of place. I knew I did not belong, even though belonging was what I longed for. And truly, belonging is something we can help people achieve. It's simply acceptance and inclusion. If you're wondering, could it really be that simple? Yes, it could. Take Carter. Carter, like me, is neurodivergent. Carter has the great good fortune of being hired by our local grocery store. Over the past few months, I've built solid trust with Carter by always noticing his obvious commitment to his job and the high quality work he does. Recently, though he's clearly known me for quite some time. When I entered the store, he held out his hand and proudly stated, "Put her there." That's a handshake. I was honored to have gained his trust enough to have him offer me this distinction. I introduced myself once again and said, "It's great to know you, Carter." Fast forward a few weeks, Carter was bagging our groceries when, for some reason, I just held out my hand. Carter grinned widely as he said, "Put her there. That's a handshake." In that moment, not only did Carter feel the sense of belonging, the clerk checking us out and the other employees around us felt it as well. The feeling of belonging and acceptance in that short space of time by that one simple gesture was palpable. And one of the best parts, it was free. It cost me nothing. It gained me and all those around so much. Kindness is like that. Think back on things that have happened to you in the past few weeks. Is there any time that you could have inserted something like that to make someone's life a little bit easier? Something that would have made them feel included. If you're thinking possibly, but that might be strange and I'd be awkward doing it. Okay, I get that. My advice is go for it. Give it a shot. So you feel strange or they look confused. I can almost guarantee you that your attempt to include them allowed them to feel the kindness behind the gesture. And who does not need more kindness in their life? When we do things out of love and respect for differences, we elevate people and we elevate ourselves as well. So, how did I get here? What changed to make me comfortable enough to speak up? With my adult diagnosis of neurodivergence, I was able to reconsider much of what happened to me in childhood. Though being bullied, misunderstood, and marginalized did happen, looking back, I now know it was most often out of ignorance. The general population was not aware that people's brains really could be wired differently, completely differently. In fact, the term neurodiversity and neurodivergence didn't exist until 1998, well into my adulthood. And I had no knowledge of the term or that I myself was neurodivergent. And I'm not alone. I just always thought I was a weirdo and different. But you know what? It's okay because I am different. And now I have the ability to speak out. Statistics show that there are still thousands of undiagnosed neurodivergent people, which means we have a lot of educating the general population. So acceptance and understanding of differences can be incorporated more readily into society. I also understood my propensity to mask my differences to fit in. And gaining that knowledge has helped me sort out the real me that has been hiding for a long time. I'm now able to reassure people of how their own lives can be better and richer by embracing those differences, as well as helping them understand that they are a valued member of society. All people want to belong. One of the best ways to support those you know who are different is to include them and acknowledge their contributions to the world. Mr. Rogers was known to have said, "Attitudes are caught not taught. So in closing, I'd like to invite us all to make sure that our attitude, as well as our actions, are worth catching. Thank you.